welcome everybody. TNCC live from Cats Fest 5, yes. In San Antonio. We're here now with Mr. Oscar Valladares of Oscar Cigars. Thank you for joining us. Those who listen to our show will be familiar with Oscar's work. We featured your 2012.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cigars with dates. 2012 Connecticut earlier this year.
Yeah.
And we unanimously really liked the cigar. Yeah. And I guess that was celebrating your 5th anniversary.
Yeah.
And you're actually based out of Houston, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your company?
Okay. 2012 is one of the cigars. I started my company like 2010, my factory, making a couple cigars. But in 2012, I'm making one cigar with my factory. It's no factory in that time. It's like, very old house in Dangley, 200 years old. It's like parking. I'm making like a walking humidor and one table and 2 guys making cigars.
Yeah.
So I use tobacco from the Mayan area in Honduras. So if you remember in 2012, the Mayan says the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I'm making that brand 2012 and I'm making only 2012 boxes.
That's
one
right.
size. That's it. And I selling for 2012 local money in my country. Actually, I selling in the Mayan area. So I selling in Honduras, Guatemala, and Mexico. The cigars. It's more like souvenirs. And that 2012 is very special for me because leaf born from 2012.
Okay.
Because when I'm making the box, I put one special cigar in the mirror, exactly like the leaf, but in the label say smoking in December 21st.
Okay.
So the Mayans say it's the end of the world. So it's the last cigar you're smoking in your life, or your celebration, the Mayans. I cannot know if I can say, but the Mayan fucked up, or your celebration, new generation, So
you smoke it with your fingers crossed.
But later I worked for Rocky Patel for 9 years.
Okay.
So I started driving the bus. Later I helping and they give the tours in Honduras for the farms. For I pass quality control. And a couple years later I opened my first company. It's a distributing cigar in Latin America and the Caribbean. So I started selling Rocky Patel in Honduras. Later he gave me all Latin America. Actually I distributed Cuban cigars in Honduras. And a couple more brands from Nicaragua and Honduras. So in 2012, I'm making my decision for have that small factory, and I make Jim Robinson from Leaf and Bean. So when I work for Rocky, I'm making a lot of people, have stores. For 9 years, I'm making a lot of people. So he visits Honduras, and he said, Oscar, what are you doing? I say, I have my small factory. So he loved the 2012. He said, Oscar, I want to help into you. I want you making my house blend. And he asking to me if he can use the packaging.
Right.
And he say, but I need put by Oscar. I say, man, I don't want to put my name in the cigar. Number one, I respect the industry. If you see the stories, like people in the business of cigar business, like generation of families from Cuba, and I said no. And he say, if you don't put your name, I don't buy the cigars. Wow. So it's no choices, So I put my name right there, and I start with 5,000 cigars. That's a house blend for the store, Leaf and Bean. So it's coming in Connecticut, Corojo, and Maduro. Use the packaging like the 2012 special cigar. I sent in the first 1,000 cigars to him, and he called me like 1 week and a half later. He already sold.
Yeah.
Wow.
So later he said, I need another 4,000, and later the order is 10,000, only for the store.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, later it's like 2 people working, later it's 4, 6, and Jim coming to me say, man, something happened with that cigar, and if you wanna sell in wholesale. I said, man, in this time I don't have the money, so he put the money there, and I'm making a deal. He owned the brand in the United States, and I selling in the rest of the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
I certainly believe it took off like it did. You're looking at maybe the biggest Leaf by Oscar fan, the Connecticut.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He smokes them like there's no tomorrow. It's a great cigar. I also like the you guys are doing a Sumatra now. Which I really like that one too.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. And later it's coming faster. If I tell you right now, I am in an old Oliva factory. I changed 3 different factories. and I am in the All Oliva factory in Honduras.
Okay.
25,000 square feet. I support the people in the farm right now, so I fermenting my tobacco. I have around 200,000 pounds in fermenting of tobacco, and I'm making right now like 250,000 cigars a month. So I have 200 employees.
Wow.
And I'm making the decision last year to put my brand in the market, the Oscar, you know, and I opened my warehouse in Houston. So I start distributing the Oscar slowly. In the last IPCPR, I opened 58 accounts in the IPCPR, 4 days. Today I am in 500 stores. So the people like it. You know, the Oscar is crazy because I put in the market couple months, and it's in the top 25 by Cigar Journal, number 9. Yeah. So, you know, people smoke it. And it's different blend. You know, and the Oscar, I use Honduras and Nicaragua in the filler. It's my first time I use Honduras and Nicaragua in the filler, and the first time I use Habano Ecuadorian wrapper. And January, I released 2012 in box press.
Yeah.
So I have Connecticut seed growing in Honduras, you know, Bander Honduras, and the filler I put Honduras and Nicaragua.
Okay.
The Corojo is sun-grown Corojo, Bander Nicaragua, the filler is Honduras and Nicaragua. Yeah, and Maduro is Mexico San Andres wrapper, Bander Honduras, filler Honduras and Nicaragua.
I believe we're going to be featuring the Maduro soon on the show, so I'm looking forward to that one. They're beautiful looking cigars, beautiful band, and then the Oscar itself, just the Oscar cigar, that's gotten a lot of heat lately, very popular, and that's packaged similar to the Leaf by Oscar. It's got the tobacco
green
leaf. It just pops. I mean, it sells itself when you're in the.
Oh, I'll admit, when I first tried one, I got it because of the packaging. I was like, oh, this is unique. I've never seen it before. It's kind of gimmicky. What can it do? Then I smoked it and it was delicious, and I was like, holy crap. And then we did your 2012, and I was like, man, this guy's palate's really in sync. I like what he blends. So I've been a big fan of yours.
Yeah, you know, for me, when I'm making cigars, it's a lot of good cigars in the market. You know, and when I'm making cigars, I try to put something different on the market. I want everything have like story behind the cigar.
Yeah.
So you can talking about the cigar. For example, the Oscar is like my baby. You know, man, I changed the blend like maybe 20 times. You know, sometimes it's okay. That's the cigar I like it. I want to put resting for 2 months and see what's going on.
See what happens.
Later, I don't like it. I said, man, change it different, you know, so another blend and another blend. So that take me a lot of time, but I think it's good. You know, it's, a lot of people like it, and the packaging is, you see, you know, and the box is like cigar mold. Actually, the molds, I visit all factories in Honduras, and I say, man, I want you all molds. And I said, the old molds, you know, can use for nothing, you know, because the wood is open and broken.
Right.
I said, yeah, I need it. He said, tell me why you need it. I said, man, I want to make a barbecue, you know. I want to buy it.
Don't worry about it.
So he gave me a lot of these molds, you know. And the molds I cut in the parts. So the part on the front is the original molds, and I put with glue, and later I'm making the box.
Yeah.
So it's different, and not painting the box. I use tobacco juice. So when they're making the cigars in the factory, you have a lot of different pieces of tobacco. So I have big basket with water. So all tobacco I put right there and making this composition. So it's making the water very dry. So I have a glove, so people coming and put the tobacco in the box, and that's it.
Huh.
Wow. I like it. You know, those little touches. It you know, like you said, to be able to put it aside for 2 months and come back and, you know, not start from scratch, but like it needs more. I mean, those little paying attention to those details is it shows, and you find that the cigars we keep going back to over the years.
It's also very smart, because, you know, that's how your consumer smokes it. You know, not everybody just smokes it right in there in the brick and mortar.
Oh, sure. I mean, for example, we're here at Cats Fest. I won't touch these cigars you know, we got at the festival for, you know, I still have some from last year. So yeah, you definitely want to give it some time and revisit it and see. So I respect that. It definitely shows in the end product. And, well, obviously just how many this guy smoked.
I also love the story. I'm sorry. You started out driving the bus for Rock Hotel.
Yeah. And no speed limit in Honduras, so it's fun.
Yeah, that's
what a ride.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty dang cool. Go from bus driver to owning your own brand.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, but I'm learning a lot.
I was about to say, but I like this. I like your story with, you know, going out there, but also learning how to make the connections, learning about distribution, learning how to get into those networks.
Yeah.
So it's a very smart way and a very organic way, because that's, from what I understand in my limited knowledge, that's kind of a rare thing to go from that level all the way to brand.
Yeah.
A lot of people are coming into the business, you know, owning other businesses and doing it that way.
I think it's easy when you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, I really enjoy it. I don't know if I am out of the cigar business. I don't know what I can do.
Yeah.
That's, you know, I wake up and I thinking in tobacco, I thinking in tobacco all day, every day. So, you know, thinking what I can make new and all the stuff and the blends. And right now I have more opportunities. You know, I have tobacco for different parts right now, so I can make different blends. When I start, I have, my option is only Honduran tobacco. So right now I have a Nicaragua, coming from Mexico, you know, and I have a lot of different blends. So I just really enjoy it, you know. It's like playing with the flavors, and it is, I really love it. It's hard making cigars for everybody, you know. Everybody have a different palate, and people asking to me, hey, you smoking that cigar for another company? I said, no, man, you know, I smoke that cigar when I have a friends, you know, have a cigar brand, say, smoke it.
Yeah.
But I not try the smoking the cigar with what is the top 25 or something like that, what I can go in close for that cigar. No, I smoke it, or I'm making the cigar what I like.
Yeah.
You know, I like flavor, I like good power, you know, sweetness.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I like it.
Yeah, it's dialed in with us. I like it.
So is this, how many Cats Fest is this for you? Is this...
That's my first time.
Today's first Cats Fest. What do you think? It's quite a...
No, it's great. It's great. You know, actually, if I tell you something, my best state last year is Texas, and for the cigars, and I have my company in Texas, so you know I need to support the event, and I really like it. You know, it's really nice. A lot of good people.
It's been a great turnout, and you know, we can see your booth from here, and you guys have really gotten some good traffic over there. And this is the first year they're doing sales at Cats Fest, which is a whole nother dynamic, and it seems like it's going really well. So I'm glad folks are stopping by. Folks, we don't say this with everyone we interview, but I highly encourage you, go to your local brick and mortar shop, look for Oscar cigars. You can't miss them, and you won't be disappointed. They're just really good smokes. And I want to thank you for sitting down and joining us.
No, thank you for the invitation. Appreciate it. And, you know, thank you everybody who smoke the Oscar cigar. Support, you know, the brand, and thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
TNCC live from Cats Fest. We'll be back.
I get up, go to work, get drunk, go to sleep. I get